And as soon as we started recording, it started raining. But today we're still gonna talk about this bike, the Yamaha Moro, that I got a couple years ago. So whenever I think about Yamaha, I always think about their bikes, like their bikes, which are really great for off-roading. But a lot of people don't think about them having an e-bike. What a lot of people don't know is that Yamaha have been in the game of e-bikes for a long time. They started building e-bikes in the 90s, and they have kept building e-bikes until today. Sadly, they left the US market last year, I think, and we will not be able to see new e-bikes, at least here in the US. I don't know for how long, but I think my bike was one of the last ones that they were still selling, and I actually got a pretty good deal. I got it for like $2,500. Okay, so let's talk about the components of the bike. I know this bike was $2,500, but for the price, it has some really good components. Let's start off with the tires. The tires are CST, and they're 27.5 by 2.8. These are the original tires, and I haven't had any issues with them. I've taken these tires to St. George, to a lot of places in Salt Lake, and a lot of places in Utah County, and I've never had any issues, not a single flat. The only thing that I did to these tires was turn them tubeless, so that way in case I get a flat or whatever, it's easier to repair. But I haven't done anything else to it. But let's also talk about the brakes. These brakes are, I think they're 175. Let me check here. Actually, they are 203 millimeters. So they are pretty big. They are one of the brakes that can stop the bike really fast. I remember the first week that I had it, I crashed because I just hit the brakes really hard and I didn't know how much power the bike would have. And so I crashed on my first week just trying out the bike. But other than that, these brakes have been great. Once you get used to them, they are Magura brakes. So, you know, they are really good. It's still same original brakes, haven't done anything to it. And they still feel really good. Right, Bimo? Let's go over here. The seat is a Yamaha seat. Then we have the shock right here. It's a RockShox Deluxe, and it has 150 millimeters of travel. At least that's what they say. But it's been pretty good. Same thing, I just set the sag and the reach and everything, and I haven't done anything to it. Then let's go over here. I got these Fuker pedals on Amazon. I think they were like $25, $21. So they were pretty cheap. I have these pedals on all of my bikes, and I haven't had any issues with them. So they have been great for the price. And then right here on the cranks, they're 175 millimeters. They've been good, no issues. And the motor is a Yamaha PW-X2. I don't know all the specifics of the motor. All I know is that this motor has never let me down. The only time I drained the battery out of this was last year when it was winter and I was biking for almost 18 miles. I was going uphill most of the time, and at the end of the ride the battery just died, but it lasted me 18 miles. And after that, even with the battery gone, the bike still felt like a normal bike. Let's keep going over here. We have the handlebars. I think they are 780 millimeters. Haven't done anything to it, really. They also have this screen where you can see the speed that you're going. You can see a lot of your stats for the bike. I don't really pay attention to that. And then over here, we have like the Yamaha control, I guess, where you can set all the modes for the e-bike. And so the modes that we have here is this regular mode. When it's off, like the bike doesn't do anything for you. And then you have eco mode, which works whenever you want to exercise more. It helps you a little bit, but not that much. And then we have standard, which is pretty much what you would use on a normal bike, but the bike helps you a lot. And then we have high, which is the mode where the bike does most of the work. Then we have MTB, which the bike automatically adjusts to the steepness of the terrain. It's like for mountain biking trails. Then we have exponential. This is really good, but the bike does a lot of the work and it can drain the battery really fast. And then we also have auto mode, which this is the mode that I use the most, because the bike can detect the speed that I'm going. It can detect how steep the terrain is, and it pretty much does everything by itself, so I don't have to do anything on my own. I just put it, most of the time I just leave it on the auto mode and the bike does all the work for me. I still have to pedal, but I don't have to switch between modes. So I like that a lot of this bike. And then we also have on the front, we have the RockShox Revelation fork, which this one is 160 millimeter. And this is a fork that's made specifically for e-bikes. Same thing, I haven't had any issues with the fork. As you can see, it's really dusty. I usually wash my bike every other month, but I don't do much to it. Like this bike has seen almost no maintenance. I've only washed it a few times, and I've taken it to all the places. I don't know, I've never had any issues to it. I'll probably should maintain it more, but as long as it's working, I'm happy with it. Tires on the front, these are a little bit more aggressive tires. Still same kind of brand and same size, 27.5 by 2.8, and the brand is CST. It's also tubeless on the front, and the front rotor is also 203. And the Magura brakes, which have been really awesome. Then we have all these components up here on the front. We have this, then we have the cassette, and then we have the derailleur right here. The chain and everything, all of this still stuck. I haven't done anything to it again. I'm just saying that because that just goes to show how much this bike has been through, it has gone through, and still working as it should. And then this bike has a 11-speed cassette. Most of the time I'm in the either 4th or 5th gear when I'm climbing, and those are the 2 gears that I use the most. I've never switched gears except when I'm in really steep hills. Sometimes I go to these higher gears right here. But most of the time, those are the 2 gears that I use. One thing I do like about this bike is that whenever I'm doing really steep climbs, and sometimes it's really steep even for the e-bike, and I'll have to push the bike, this thing has a feature that helps me push the bike up without having to work that hard. Let me show you really quick. Is this thing right here. So we turn it. So we turn this on, and then there is a button right here, which if you press, it'll spin the pedals for us. Let me just show you how that works. So let's say we're on a really steep climb and we're pushing the bike, and the bike's kind of heavy, so this thing helps a lot. We just press this button right here and the bike will spin. See? That's really cool. And the bike will keep spinning and it'll help you take the bike up. So after 2 years of owning this bike, I don't have too much to say about it. It's just a bike that I just set and forgot about it. Don't do too much to it. I use it a lot. I go riding a lot on this bike. This is pretty much my main bike now. It's actually my wife's bike because I got it for her birthday, but I'm the one that uses it the most. But yeah, it's been a great bike. One thing that I wish this bike would have had would be a bottle holder, because the frame, it's a little bit different than the other bikes. You don't have too much room to put like a bottle holder right here, but that's not a big issue because I always wear my backpack either way. But that's something that I wish I would have had with this bike. Other than that, not much. This bike has been great, but sadly Yamaha is not selling e-bikes or new e-bikes in the US market. I think they're still selling those bikes in Europe, in other places, but the US market, it's not getting new e-bikes from Yamaha for a while. At least that's what I know, and that's what some of the dealerships that I've talked to have told me. So that's really sad because this bike is really good. I've also seen a lot of people that ride this bike and they also share the same things that I say about this bike. That this bike has been great. They also just did the main setup when they bought it and they haven't done anything to them because the bike just works so good. And yeah, there's not much to say about this bike. If you guys have any questions or any comments, just let me know. I ride this bike a lot of the time. I'm located in Utah, so if you guys wanna go ride with me or show me some trails, I'll be happy to. But yeah, I hope you guys like this review, and if you have comments, to let me know, and I'll see you on the trails. Bye. Oh, the only thing that I did to the bike also was get a new dropper post. I didn't like the dropper post that came with it. It was okay, but I wanted something a little bit higher, so I got this Fox transfer dropper post.